you get very hot and sweaty, and I wanted to change shirts before I drove back. So I go to the trunk of my car and stayed in the parking lot. I take my shirt off. I have no shirt on, and this old man walks up to me and goes, "Olivia?" He was looking for his elderly wife and saw me with no shirt on at a car that he does not recognize. None of this is enough to not make him say, he's like, "Olivia?" I was embarrassed. I turned around, like, covered up. I was like, "What's that?" I go, "What'd you say?" And he was like, "All right, my bad. Honest mistake." And I was like, "God, that hurts worse than saying Olivia." I don't know who he offended more, me or Olivia. I think we could both have a word with him. I'd love to meet her, though. I'll tell you that. I'd love to see her and be like, "All right, I get it," like just... I'm married as well, and my wife always tells me that I don't like the way she talks. And it's not her voice. I like the sound of her voice. That'd be a big problem, I think, if it was like, "It's your voice. I just hate it." To go to couples therapy and be like, "Can you hear it right?" Like, it's not, it's not fun. It's the information that she chooses to tell me at times. We took a trip to Fort Lauderdale, and her and our daughter are flying from Nashville, where we live. And I was flying from Detroit. We're meeting at Fort Lauderdale's airport. I have to find them when they land. So I called her because I was about to take off, and I was like, "All right, what time do you guys leave?" And she goes, "Noon." It's 11:30, and they're still at home. I was like, "Laura, I don't know if you even know what an airport is." I mean, but if that plane was in our driveway, I don't think you could make it. She said, "That's what time we leave for the airport. Our flight's not till 1:30. And I was like, "All right, okay." So what do you think I wanted to know when I asked that? Is that what you thought? The best information you could give me was a time that means nothing to nobody? What time did you go to bed last night? Just tell me that, and I'll just look up all the planes that land in Florida, and I'll guess which one I think you're on. She said, "I'm sorry I don't talk the way you want me to talk." I'm like, "I want you to talk like a regular person, all right? Just like you've been around people, We didn't talk in Florida, I'll tell you that. We went to Europe last year. And by the way, we were flying from Nashville to London. And we go, it was 4:42 p.m. Nashville time. So as a family, I said, "Let's guess what time it is in London." So I said 12:42 a.m. Our daughter said 1:42 a.m. My wife, her guess was 11. And that's it. Yeah, she didn't say the 42. And I was like, "Just say the 42. And she goes, "You know what I mean." I go, "I know, but just show her daughter you know what a normal person would say." That started a pretty big fight. Me and my wife were in Nashville last summer, and we went out on the lake with some of our friends, and we were floating in the water, and there was a guy in a boat, like right next to us, and my wife was like, "Oh, that's my ex-boyfriend in that boat." I didn't know who he was. She didn't have to say anything at all. She was just basically like, "Are you having fun? Because I would like to put a stop to that and make you stare at this guy the rest of the day." So I'm staring at him, and then I look at her, and she's staring at him. I feel like she's staring at him to see what her life would be like if she didn't marry me. So I started staring at him because I was like, I'm gonna see what my life would be like if I didn't marry her, We were both putting so much pressure on this guy, and we have a daughter. We have a 3-year-old daughter, and we took her to Disney World, and I made the mistake of telling my friends. They were just like, "I don't know why you're taking her, just wasting money. She's not gonna remember it." And it's exciting. She believes in Minnie Mouse. It's fun to see her get excited. Like, what should I do? Should I just learn a closet and be like, do you remember yesterday? No? Well, until you start remembering things, I'm not gonna waste any of my money on you, you know? I love you. I did do some sports growing up. I played baseball, and when I was 13, I was playing baseball. One time I was up to bat, and I got walked. So I take my base, I get to first base, and I turned around, and the catcher was still standing there, and he was holding the ball. He's like staring at me, like he was daring me to run. And I was like, all right, dude, I'm gonna go. So I ran, he threw it, over through second base, ball goes in the outfield. I run to third base, the outfield grabs the ball, they overthrow third base. My third base coach is telling me to go home. This is about to be an inside the park home run off a walk. I won't be on SportsCenter. This is the biggest play that's ever happened in baseball. I slide, there's a play at the plate, and the umpire then tells us that it was only ball 3. This is exactly true. So, I've got to get up, everybody's got to get up. I got to get my bat right where I left it. I got a bat again. It's 3 balls, 2 strikes, next pitch, immediately strike out. I'm exhausted and just over baseball. Here's what I learned though that day. Here's what I learned. I learned that if you're confident, you can get away with quite a bit. Because no one tried to stop me, and they should have. They knew I wasn't supposed to go. That's why the catcher was holding the ball, because he was like, I don't think he's supposed to be going yet. And then I just run to second. He's like, guess I'm wrong. No one's that dumb. And then he launches it into the outfield, who's barely paying attention. The umpire figures it out, but it's just easier to let me get back to him. No one ever told the parents either. No one ever explained it to them. And they were cheering pretty hard. It's a pretty exciting play to watch. And they just see me slide into home and just stand up and bat again. Like that's just a rule in baseball. And you know what? What's funny too? The year before, I got a legit triple off a walk. So in that moment, I'm like, this is just what I do. You know, like I was like, don't walk me. Like this is my thing. All right. I'm a pretty dumb guy. That's the general. I went to a community college for 1 year, have 0 credits, 0. My loan was like $40. I paid cash. All my classes were outside. We never went inside the building. We would meet at a picnic table outside because our teacher was like, you guys will all be working outside one day. So. I mean, I think what I saw growing up, I mean, we would go watch, my dad's a magician. So we would go watch my dad do magic at the Wilson County Fair, which county fairs are great. If you've never, they're still going, I don't think the government knows about them, but I mean, we ride these rides that were on the interstate an hour ago. I can be wasteful. Like, if something gets to the bottom, I will throw it away. Ketchup. If ketchup gets like that much left, I'm like, blah. She will put the old ketchup with the new ketchup. That way your ketchup's always gross. So I'm married. We have a lot of married people here. A few. Some. That's fun. It's fun. I don't know. I've been married 4 years now, and it's getting pretty serious, to tell you the truth. A lot more serious than I thought. I always have, I got other buddies that are getting married now, so they always want to come talk to me. So, I always tell them, they're like, what's it like? I'm like, here's what it is. I'm just telling everybody. Marriage is like, you ever go to a concert and you see a mosh pit and you're like, you know what? I'm gonna go get in that mosh pit. But then once you get in it, you're like, I do not want to be in this mosh pit at all. I'm going to leave and go get some beer. Then the mosh pit's like, didn't you drink last night? All right, mosh pit, why don't you get off my back and let me live my life? Why? Look, I can be wasteful. Like, if something gets to the bottom, I will throw it away. Ketchup. If ketchup gets like that much left, I'm like, blech. She will put the old ketchup with the new ketchup. That way your ketchup's always gross. I do 1 hour and just 0 laughs. I mean, nothing. And I'm not doing new jokes. I'm doing the greatest hits. I told Coffee with Milk story 3 times. I kept just doing it. I was like, I'm going to do it one more time. I don't think y'all were listening. People were leaving. The guy that drove me asked someone that left, and he just goes, hey, is the comedy show almost over? And the guy goes, I don't even know what you're talking about. There's a guy giving a speech up there right now, so maybe after that. So we get, and then the guy comes up, I have to talk to him. And I was like, look, I'm sorry, man. I used to be able to do comedy, and I lost it. It's over. And he was very nice. He goes, no, it's all right. Nothing's your fault. And I was like, all right, I don't know how that's possible. And he goes, well, when you were up there, I remembered that most of my employees do not speak English. And I was like, all right, yeah, they'll do it, Maybe don't hire an English-only speaking comedian. No heads up at all. Not that I could have changed it up, but it just would have been nice to know, I was with a buddy, and we rented a car. He's driving. On the way out there, I see a dead horse. I mean, just laid out in someone's yard. And I've never seen that before. And I was like, man, I bet you don't think about that when you buy a horse. Like it dying. Like you don't fast forward that far. That's a huge thing, dying in your yard. That's the weight of a horse. I mean, you can't just scoot it off into the woods with your foot and be like, let's try to get another one before the kids come home. You have to tell your wife to keep the kids away for a month. You got to Google how to move a dead horse. You got to possibly get in the horse to help you do it. And that's not going to be easy. I think that's what the blinders are for, because it's like, just look ahead. Don't worry about what's going on back here. Or you got to get your friends to help you do it, and you can't spill the beans too quick on that. You think it's hard to get them to help you move a couch? Try a dead horse. I mean, you got to lie to them. You got to just be like, we're getting a divorce. We hate each other. Just come over. Bring your truck, though. And when they pull in there, let me tell you, they're going to see it. All right, everybody saw it. It was next to the road. So they're going to pull into that driveway and be like, man, I don't think they're getting a divorce at all. I think we're here to move that dead horse is what I think. And I say, let's let him bring it up, make him ask, but I will be shocked if we don't touch that dead horse today. And look, if you ever have to move a dead horse, I've clearly thought about it. And you want to be the first one to the horse. You don't want someone else to tell you where to grab a dead horse. So you just run out there like you love it, like it's the 3rd one you've done that day. And get to the hoofs. Go ahead and start lifting and be like, you guys get where you guys got to get, some guys down there, and let's just get it over with. I was golfing recently, you get done.